Hi everyone, Isabel Hunt here. For those who don't know me, I'm a vision transformation coach, public speaker, author of my book, The Power of Faith-Driven Success. And even though I don't feel the greatest today, my stomach is a little wonky, I still wanted to continue with the commitment that I made to myself to be more online, to be more life. And so today I want to talk with you about You Are Limitless. So thank you to Colton Dixon for his amazing song. I really love it. It's always been an inspiration to me, and I'm looking forward to actually seeing him on Friday here in Indianapolis. I'm excited for that. But again, he also gave me a really great inspiration for my work. You are limitless. As you know, my specialty is emotions, and if you heard me talk about that before, you know that emotions are energy in motion. And we have created in our society an understanding of emotions that does not serve us whatsoever. We often try to avoid it, we often try to ignore it, or we make ourselves feel wrong for feeling a certain way. Even though if we take a look in the Bible, for example, where it talks about there's a time for everything. There's a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to... I forgot. There's a time for everything. So that also goes for emotion. But why are we so emotionally disconnected in our society? And why have we turned emotions into something we try to avoid and chase after? So here's a little bit of history about emotion. It is being said that what we focus on, we create more of, right? So over the last 100 years, our IQ has improved tremendously. We know that from science, obviously. And today we're have a much higher IQ than what it was 100 years ago. We have become smarter and started to think more independently. So someone who thinks more independently can't be controlled much. And that's a problem. So we slowly created the psychology of fear, which literally turns into a society driven by fear, and that's, again, also a problem. Our very ancient instincts of recognizing anger or danger, and then it gets triggered with the flight or fight effect, has and always will be part of our basic instincts. It will always be there, and it really helps us to survive. So it's nothing really bad. However, we found a way to use that against ourselves. I call that fear-driven marketing. So fear sells, makes money, and controls. So a lot of the time you see it in advertising or politics where they use fear-based manipulation to make you feel a certain way. So while this may feel good in the moment, we, for example, purchase something that has literally triggered our fear. Like when we purchase something that has triggered our fear, we never feel fully satisfied. You all always know that, right? There's like, oh, there's more. I think I need more. I need something different. So you're never really satisfied. And you don't even know why, because that fear-based living has become a way of life. That's a way of life, what we do every day. So our emotional disconnection depends on our cultural values. The more we see and experience something, the more we believe it. Again, if we're always being bombarded with the fear-based psychology, the more we believe it. For example, we're fat, so we need this pill to make us feel better about ourselves. Or you need a car, or people won't accept you. Like little things that show up, and then you see always the advertising on the road when you drive or on TV, and it just confirms everything you already believed about yourself. See, they're telling me right there in the commercial, I'm fat. I need this product to feel better about myself, to be accepted, because our core instinct is being accepted. We start to believe what we see. Makes sense, right? We become biased, and we really will search for ways that prove that our belief is right, because it's also an instinct of ourselves, a deep instinct that we want to be right. Once you have people join you in your belief, once a lot of people tell you you are fat, or other people are like, oh yeah, me too, I need this pill too. Like once you create a peer pressure The belief that you have becomes even more convinced that what you believe must be right. So in many cases, it leads to extreme behavior. And you understand that's what we see with certain movements that are happening. So this behavior happens within our subconscious mind and diminishes the power that really lies within each one of us. A fear-based society does not feel good. Yet we willingly follow because we are made to believe that we're too weak to create anything different. That's the fear-based psychology. We always will need this person to stand up for us, to be someone. We need a certain product to be someone. Like, we are being made to subconsciously believe that we're too weak to create something more. But because we're essentially created for more, our heart screams, like literally screams, and we experience an inner fight that takes a lot of energy. We end up in a very vicious cycle, which after some time feels it's the truth. So all the misbelief, the things that are that is being shown to us feel like they become the truth. We start to exist, but we do no longer live life anymore. We just exist. We don't live it. So this is the story in short, how we came to the point that we're emotionally disconnected and totally forgot how unstoppable we really are and how unlimited our possibilities are, and how we forget the power that really lies within us. It's really part of history, as we can see, because the more we doubt ourselves, the more people in power can control us. And believe me, nowadays we have to be more aware of that than ever before in what's being presented to us and how that reflects the truth about who we are as humankind. And as Colton Dixon says, we are limitless, and it is true. You can prove it scientifically, you can prove it within the Bible, you can prove it within spirituality, so it's not really dependent on religion. You are limitless, and I just want to encourage you today to believe that. With knowing the story behind we're being manipulated into believing something different, I think it makes it more easier to acknowledge, yes, I am limitless. Yes, I am unstoppable. I do have the power. And even if you don't really feel it this way, starting to acknowledge it, and then starting to believe it, and eventually it becomes your truth. And once it becomes your truth, power will be unleashed. Gifts will be unleashed within you that really allow you to serve a greater good, to create a passion and mission that serves a greater good. So again, you are limitless. If you don't know the song, You're Limitless by Colton Dixon, again. He is amazing. I love his music, very inspiring. I'm hoping one day to get to meet him and to talk a little bit more with him, because I think we're totally on the same page. But either way, you're limitless, you're powerful beyond measure, and I need you to understand that, because we need you to rise. We are made to rise because you're unlimited and you're here to serve a greater good. With that being said, I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will try to get some ginger tea in me with my stomach ache today. I don't know what I ate. But I hope you will join me again next week, probably around the same time, and talking about a different topic. Have a wonderful day, and let me know. Leave some comments, share if you think this was good, and just let me know if you have any questions. Have a great one. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.